Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's I see the potential on both sides, but Swag just have the safety of being able to go into the later parts of the game. Puck's still a massive annoyance in the late game.
Yeah, farming up that Ag Scepter as well as a Scythe of Ice, often the Puck's ideal late game items. So Ags, of course, Dream Coil lasting for 8 seconds, and then the 4, is it 4 or 4.5 second stun? It's something absurd with
Yeah,
the
it gets really
Scepter.
long with the
Four and
Ags.
a half second stun through BKB with the Ags, so very tough to deal with. We'll see what Swag want to run here. I imagine it's going to be some sort of support. Um, Crystal Maiden wouldn't be too bad either. Give them some decent lockdown and control. She's kind of squishy to the Viper and the Shaker, though, and the Visage Familiars, but
I mean, the
Lion
Visage,
stand out. Go ahead.
the Visage is he's kind of confusing me right now. I mean, the Earthshaker is good to help set him up the bird stuns, but without the Drow and no aura from Vengeful Spirit, there's nothing really to boost their damage. So they're just kind of on their own. Oh, the Tide Hunter. I was wondering if they were going to do something like massive team fight. And if Swag can get to level 6 without dying, I really think they're going to be steamrolling.
This Tide Hunter brings the same problem as picking the Wind Ranger, then, though. Oh, is it a support Tide? Is it something really weird like a support Drow Puck? Like,
Yeah, I mean, the laning stage is pretty bad right now.
and Codex, they're gonna pick the Lycan. We saw him in the first game. It was a I don't know. Lycan not tickling my fancy right now. Not that impressive to me.
Yeah, you're right. The laning stage is really awkward for Slag right now.
Yeah, we'll see what they want to do. Which one of these heroes is going to be support in a moment. But quickly introducing Codex, we've got Stupido playing the Doom, so probably offlane Doom. Shy is going to be on the Viper. Gerald playing the Visage in the mid lane on Lycan. Chilia, and last but certainly not least, heading to the offlane for right now. Maybe trying to secure that rune is Nightmare on the Earthshaker.
And we got on the side of the Dire, we have Billy playing on Puck. Tidehunter is going to be played by Ned. He's been the playmaker so far, so he's probably going to be given the farm priority. Tail is going to be playing the Drow Ranger again. We have Klotz. He's going to be taking the Troll Warlord, and Vengeful Spirit played by Deeks.
Yeah, and I think Billy is the other support player, so maybe a support Puck? Support-ish Puck?
30 seconds to showtime.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're just looking for that Dream Coil and try to keep him out of the fights. On the periphery of the fights is what I mean.
One thing they can do with whether it's the Drow Ranger or the Troll, as soon as one of them farms a Mask of Madness, they can just go hide in the jungle and farm Ancients and jungle creeps and kind of give up a lane to the Puck or the Tide, whichever one of them needs it. It's going to be a pretty tough lane, though, or game for this Vengeful Spirit as a solo support, I think.
Yeah, Tail getting caught out right now.
Yeah, this is a Rip Drow moment.
Yeah.
Like,
All
what
right.
do you do? Beautiful fissure coming out from Nightmare. Well done there, Drow. Unable to get away, and an easy first blood going the way of Shy. And more dual lanes coming out from Codex.
He's pretty much level 2 at the start of this. He's got, 35 experience he needs, so that's... I don't know how many creeps that is. That one?
That's a creep. Dual lane, I believe that is a creep.
Denied.
So they are favoring their dual lanes again. Actually, both teams doing dual lanes.
It's 2 creeps by 4 experience, actually. So just shy there, but now level 2 already. Ned probably going to do all right up in this lane. Doom very weak to the physical damage. Once he gets his a point or 2 in Kraken Shell, Gerald's not going to be able to do a whole lot, and it looks like it is going to be the support Puck. Ooh, eating a lot of damage and trying to clear up the Ancients, or at least stack them. Fortunately missed that one.
Oh, she misses the stack and eats half of her life in damage for it.
Yeah, that's pretty tough right now. Tide, I think if they leave Tide alone down here, he'll be alright. He's got 7 tangos and can do quite a bit of work. Puck's going to go in and harass the Doom, though.
What is Puck's range? He's got 550 range versus Visage's range of
600.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, Ned, he's pretty low right now. We got the going on him.
And they should be able to clean this up. The Kraken Chill is keeping him alive, but he's going to pop his Sav, and level 1 Scorched Earth, not enough to cancel it. Now it's Doom who's going to be in trouble.
Oh, no.
Puck going to orb out and keep vision of him. Visage might be the one in trouble. Gush leveled up just for this, and they get it and turn it around. Billy gets a double kill. So the laning stage, what we were worried about, not going great for Swag, but they turn it around and bring it back as they get to pick up 2 kills in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, Doom and Visage, they just don't offer anything up until it starts getting later on. So even though they dived and they had an advantage in terms of HP, Puck coming back and Tide just anchor smashing away, I mean, they're just able to turn it around.
Yeah, in the mid lane, we do have Troll going up against Lycan. Lycan leading the CS right now, but Troll can look to go on him, I think. You know, Whirling Axes, both melee and range, do quite a bit of work. If he gets a bash, we'll look to see. He's got that point up in Fervor, and they're pinging it out. They want to go aggressive. They slow him down, pop the Howl. He throws out the Axes, and that's going to be enough to deter them. The mischance is a little bit too strong. Visage not willing to commit for it.
Yeah, they don't have any early aggression stuns. They're going deep on the top lane. Deeks is trying to run away, getting caught out in the trees right now, and going to go down to the Viper.
Viper's kills are always just, they're so... I don't know. Sad isn't quite the right word, but very sad for the player. It's like, oh no, mistakes were made. You just know. You just have this feeling when Viper's Nether Toxin starts kicking in, and you take an absurd amount of damage those last 2 times he hits you.
Yeah, I mean, you feel bad dying to a Viper because you know that that's what he needs in the early parts of the game, having 2-0 and 0.
Ned doing all right here, level 4. That early point in Gush, while it did secure them a kill, it's going to slow down whatever he wants to go, but it maybe lets him get a little bit more aggressive here. Doing all right, zoning the Doom back, who maybe tries to go back into the jungle. He's got a couple Tangos, Quelling Blade, and a Stout. He can go for that if he wants to. He's going to eat an armor creep. That's actually huge for him. He's going to push the lane a little bit, but it will prevent a lot of the harass coming out from the Tidehunter with that anchor smash. Puck actually going to be orb away, going for that rune, and gonna pick it up. Lycan picks up an Invis rune as well. Troll gonna throw out the axes, not gonna want to go on all these illusions.
You know the drill.
Yeah, so the Swag's laning stage is really turning out to be quite alright. I mean, level 4, actually, Drow's gonna probably be dead here.
Oh, up in the top lane, Drow getting dove. You get a nice gush off, slowing down the Viper. Viper gonna start taking the tower shots, but it doesn't matter. Nice fissure coming out from Nightmare, and they bring down the Drow Ranger again. She's off to a very rough start. Only 15 CS. Troll doing fairly well, winning this as far as CS goes in the mid lane. 25. Lycan not far behind with 24. Tied actually 3rd overall with 21. So he's having a great time in this off lane, as well as with 2 assists.
Yeah, I mean, last game they were in the situation before, but the clock just kind of fell off the face of the planet, whereas the Viper and the Earthshaker, that's not going to happen with them.
No, they'll be...
Yeah.
I think they'll be able to stay a lot more relevant. Earthshaker, all he needs is a Blink Dagger and some levels, and he can do a lot of work. Whereas the Clockwork, after a certain point, he does need that farm. He doesn't have... Like, Echo Slam scales very well, just because later on more creeps start spawning. You'll have illusions and different things like that coming out as well, and it always does so much damage when they're balled up. But Clockwork just kind of really needs to go on single targets. Oh, now it might be Doom is in a little bit of trouble. Gonna get anchor smashed and a couple of harassing auto attacks, but not a whole lot. Mid lane, Lycan gonna pop his ulti, and Troll's just gonna TP out. And Lycan says, well, that was that. Troll actually cancels his TP.
Ah, it's a win.
I mean, I forced out 100 gold from the Troll, but Lycan's ulti is now down. Troll might go on this. We'll look to see. He switches to range form, pops the Whirling Axe, is not going to go. But he'll be alright. And still trading fairly evenly in the mid lane.
Yeah, he's doing alright. I mean, the Wolves are kind of making him... Actually, he's not doing that great. I mean, he's got 11 denies on Humanoid. Level 6 versus level 6. Yeah, so I guess they're both... Yeah, I guess it's alright.
Troll can sit in the range form, get that little bit of extra damage from the Drow Ranger. So nice little thing there for him. And pick that up. Oh, top lane. The Puck rotates through, but maybe just looking to help out. Only level 4, doesn't have that Dream Coil quite yet. Bandage level 4 as well. And Again, this is we were kind of starting to see there as Viper was getting some more kills. Actually has all 3 of the kills, and they're all on this drow. Or no, one of them's on the drow. Where's the other one? Oh, it's on the Venge. Venge was the other one who went down. Tide's rotating through. Level 6 does have Ravage. They want to gank up this Lycanthrope. Zalti's still on cooldown, but he seems to be backing off. A little bit worried. Realizes Tide's missing. Kind of knows what's up. Good performance or game sense coming out for him.
Yeah, a fast Ravage plus, that was something that I was a little afraid of for CG. Getting it at level 7, they're going to try to see if they can do anything with it. Humanoid, I think he knows because he's just super far back. They know the Tidehunter's rotated off the lane, so he just can't approach the lane anymore. He knows that he's going to get ganked.
Yeah, so Tide, I guess, buying a little bit of space for the troll, but Lycan still CSing with the wolves. Gonna fade now though, and we'll see how patient he is. Tide might look to dive the tower now. Visage is gonna spot him out. They're gonna look to go on each other. He's gonna blow Ravage for this actually. Pumps him out of boots, needs a little bit more damage. Gonna get vision. One more right click. There it is. He gets a solo kill. Vengeful Spirits in the area. Gonna get Viper struck, and now he's probably gonna get brought down by the Viper. Goes out the Wave of Terror. Doom comes out onto the troll. He's gonna get slowed a little bit as well from the Viper. Now this is gonna be a death on the troll. They end up losing 2 for it, and Swag they try and rotate, but unfortunately just couldn't. Once they realized the Ravage had been blown, it was an easy decision to go. And Earthshaker's sitting behind the Drow Ranger, and I'm not sure if he can get this kill. I have to be a little bit careful here. Drow's pretty high level, gonna do a lot of damage to this top tower as well.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are playing the same way that they usually do. Earthshaker, if you already mentioned it, he's positioned himself pretty well right now for 1 stun, follow-up, but this Viper is still a little further away than he needs to be to TP himself out of. Oh, no!
Didn't get the silence off on the Shaker, but might still be okay. Viper got body blocked by the creeps, needs to get that auto attack off. Can't get there. Are they going to dive the tower? TPs are starting to come in. Tide's coming in. Earthshaker misses the stun. Now Nightmare's in trouble. Gonna get slowed up. He's going to start TPing away. What are they doing? Oh, they didn't. Tail didn't attack him. Oh, man. So, a little bit of a misplay there. Didn't realize he was TPing out. Maybe lost vision in the trees, but either way. Troll's now in the bottom lane. Doom gonna be okay. Doom's still on cooldown. Looks like Troll's gonna, nope, not going aggressive. Interesting, he went for the treads instead of phase like we normally see.
Yeah, interesting that he decided to go for, I guess they're really just banking on the late game. Phase would be, better for mid-game kind of chasing her around, but in the late game you just need as much attack speed as you can get. So I guess that's the combination that they decided to go with.
I mean, Howl does still affect the familiars, but it's only plus 20 damage at max, not that infinite scaling or, wow, incredible scaling. Looks like they need another second, so another pause coming on this game. First one of the match. And
so I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but Drow's really struggling to get any type of CS. She's not really keeping pace at all with the heroes. She's actually Viper only 34-12 denies. But I mean, she really is not going to. I don't know if she's having a worse game than last game, but neither of them are great.
It's a tough lane. But Viper 4-0-1, so making up for that lack in CS a little bit there with the kills. Doing pretty well. We'll see. We'll see if Swag can keep the streak alive, as in the invited teams winning the qualifiers. Codex, if they win this game, would be the first one to make it to the next round from the open qualifiers. We'll see if they're able to do it. They've got a decent lineup as well. I mean, the lineup's a little bit funky, but it's fairly simple as well. It's very much just like a 5-ball run at you kind of lineup.
Yeah, I
with
think
the
both.
Lycan pushing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I really think that CG need to continue their aggression. They're pretty good at it. They have, they really love to fight.
In the top lane, Puck went for the Dream Coil on the Viper, but actually missed and wasn't able to get it. Oh, Lycan's looking to go. Block comes out onto the Troll, and they're going to keep chasing for the Vengeful Spirit. Troll's going to pop his ulti and look to go. Venge now in a tough place, going to get brought down. One big crit from the Wolf, chops him down, and they're going to look for the Lycanthrope. Not going to be able to find him, and they're going to back off. Earthshaker makes it out of there as well. So a nice pick off coming out in the mid lane, and Kodak's off to a very good start.
Here's what's happening to
Yeah, absolutely. That's what's needed. It's kind of still. I mean, who's really ahead right now? Both of them. I guess the Radiant has a 3,000 gold lead. They pressured that tier 1 tower. What are the towers looking like on all sides? Pretty much just a couple pieces of damage to them.
Yeah, the bottom tower seems to be the most hurt. Actually, the top tower getting chipped fairly low by the Viper. So if they don't rotate up, they should be able to take it with this one, with the catapult and a little bit of a creep wave there still.
So I mean, the Drow's doing a good job of staying within the jungle, but has had to completely rotate off the lane. Can't even show up against the Viper.
Yeah, it's just Viper's too far ahead at this point. Almost has that mechanism complete with the Aquila. So a lot of bonus armor for him, and damage as well. Maxing for the poison attack, so gets that slow, and then 2 and 2 in the other point, the other one, in the other spells, his passives.
This may be the first tower.
The Viper did get the top tower. Troll's gonna look to go. There was a coil onto the Visage. Troll brings him down quickly. Doom comes out onto him. Viper is gonna look to turn. They're actually gonna Viper Strike the puck and then go on the Troll. So a little bit of miscommunication there. Troll not gonna make it away, but it's gonna be a little bit more than they wanted to. Took a little bit longer, but they get him in the end. Now in the mid lane, Lycan pushing this tower as well. Stun coming out. They have a Ravage if they want to throw it. They can put it out if they want to. Not wanting to go for it yet. Now they starts to wait for him. I think that's an okay Ravage there. Gets the Lycan.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Gets the highest net worth hero on the map, sitting at 5,700. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's definitely worth it to take out Lycan right there. They couldn't give up the Troll without trading, so at least they do an even trade in terms of what position hero has been killed.
And with that, Ty did pick up his Blink Dagger as well, so we're going to have that for the next time Ravage is up. Can look for that type of initiation. And not a terrible timing for him, 13 minutes. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. Bottom lane, the tower was taken by the Radiant, and with that, we're going to see Venge and Troll look to do Roshan. This is a very early Rosh, so hopefully they're able to do it. Unfortunately, that's going to get spotted out. If someone was paying attention, they would have seen the Howl come out of the Rosh pit, and they'll know what's going on here. Viper's going to walk into the pit. Lycan is smoked up. This could be devastating.
Do the same thing.
We'll see if they want a man fight. Viper's there as well. Coil connects on both of them, but they're not moving around a whole lot. They're going to bring down the Troll. Puck going to be able to jaunt away. He does make it. Now it's a half-dead Roshan, and they're down a Troll Warlord. But their team's looking for more. Tide doesn't have Ravage. The Gust connects on all of them. Fissure's there. That's just going to zone them off. Doom actually stuck. A little bit of awkward for him. He's not going to go down, but Roshan is going to be finished off by the Radiant. So excellent game sense coming up from CG and map awareness.
Yeah, as soon as Troll went in and started on Roshan, Vlad was picked up by Humanoid. So I think they both just had the same timing for the same idea.
Yeah. He does have a medallion though, so he did take it pretty quick. And with that, they're going to be able to take this tier 1 in the mid lane. A little bit of help coming from his team as they start to show up, but it's going to drop very quick. Lycan hitting it very hard with that bonus Howl damage.
Stopping this Drow from getting the farm that she needs has been really, really good for CG, and they're now able to gain pretty much all the map control, taking out the jungle right now, and they're just going to continue to 5-ball.
Oh, now it looks like Troll is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He gets stunned up. Fissure connects as well. Vicious Stomp is there. They've got the slows they need. He's going to try and turn it. Earthshaker gets bashed up and gushed down. Tide finds a kill. Lycan pops his ulti. Might look for the puck. Not going to go. So they trade 1 for 1, but Earthshaker for Troll. Nicely done there. And now they can look. Lycan's going to pressure the mid tower. Pops a GD rune. He has the wolves if he wants to summon them in a couple seconds, but going to have to back off. The creep wave not there.
Yeah, I mean, they're still controlling. They're doing a good job of controlling the jungle. It really comes down to, who can win this mid-game right now. Now, it looks like they're going to kill Visage down into their own jungle. Good ultimate coming out from Billy. There's just so many heroes that both sides need to stop.
There's a lot of snowball potential with each of these teams. The Lycan, if he gets on a bit of a roll, as we've seen lately, taking that Roshan and a couple of towers, can start to really just muscle down the towers. If he wants to go for that Assault Curse or
fight bottom.
Troll going at it with Doom. Doom not up yet. But I'm not sure this is a fight you want to take. He's taking way more damage. I'm surprised Troll didn't pursue for that. Maybe he didn't have the slow yet. Maybe didn't think he could want to risk it, especially with that tier 1 still up.
Yeah, I was a little surprised at that too. I mean, he popped the ult. He could have tried to throw out a
Top
tomahawk.
lane. Slow and Silence going to come out onto the Earthshaker, but Drow not going to be able to go. One Visage Bird is there. Going to get cleaned up. No. Oh, it does stomp on the Drow. Now it's the Earthshaker who's going to get brought down. No Gush yet, but they should be okay. Ravage going to get blown. Actually connects onto both of them. The Silence as well, and Nightmare's going to drop. Now they need to see if they can pick off the Viper. Not going to bother, and Drow's just going to continue to farm up the creep wave and push it back. So, nice pick off there. Decent Ravage. They do get one off of it, but still not that big team fight they were looking for.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about these recent patches and changing of goal and momentum, you can pick these super greedy supports, and so long as you have them in the team fights, they're still able to keep up. I mean, Puck is level 9, doesn't anywhere, not really anywhere near a Blink Dagger, but as a 5, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, the 5-roll Puck still staying alive,
Or I guess
fairly
she's,
tanky.
4.
Four, yeah. The Venge is on ward duty, it seems. But either way, Puck, like this 4-core lineup, still staying alive for now. As far as the net worth, it's 7,500 in favor of Codex, but I mean, that's not surprising. They do have a 3-tower advantage and Roshan, and the experience is there as well. So if they give up these towers, it's going to drop back in their favor, as we see this mid-tower going to go down. Earthshaker not able to get there for the deny, and he's not gonna drop. Drow actually gonna TP out in a very cheeky location. Up in the top lane, they're looking to counter push. Lycan, he's bottom. His ulti's popped. He's gonna back off. Top lane, they should be able to get this tower though. Doom does have that pack leader Zara. Oh, lots of damage coming out from everybody, including the creeps.
It's funny, she has picked up the mechanism, which really hasn't been picked up as much as it used to be in previous patches. It's just on specific heroes that really benefit from it, and she's just looking to soak up any of the damage that she can in mid lane.
He gets caught out in the bottom and brought down by the troll.
Yeah, that's something that can't happen. Even though that their top 3 on the Radiant are the net leaders.
Oh. Nightmare gonna get caught out, stunned up, Axes fly through. Venge picking up that last hit as well. They get the Shaker. And what you're saying about the mechanism is it was that 75 gold, or sorry, 75 mana cost increase from 150 to 225 that I think hurt it. A lot of heroes like Viper, Razor, they just don't have the mana pool to really throw it out all that often.
Yeah, but even like a 4 or 5 position support still won't pick it up. Usually it'd just be like someone has to buy the mech, and it's just no longer the case.
Viper getting close to that Ags, only 900 gold away from it. Once he's got that, he's going to be very good at slowing down the Troll and the Drow Ranger. Their attack speed dropping immensely, as well as able to close the distance with them. And Earthshaker's approaching the Blink Dagger. He's got 700 some gold, so not doing too bad. Puck's got 1100 on his name. So we'll see if they can maybe get somewhere. Looks like one of our fellow casters reconnecting, unfortunately, DC there.
Yeah, I mean, Drow has a long way to go before she's able to do anything. It's really about the troll. What?
Nope, no, I was just a fissure. I thought there was more follow-up.
Oh, okay.
Carry on, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the Drow has still a long way to go. It's really just about the troll in the team fight so far in terms of the major damage dealers. They do have a ton of control, though, and I think they see or they know that he's there.
He's going to pop the smoke. Where's the Wave of Terror? Not going to find him. She's actually going to juke the back way. They see him now. Not able to get there. Tide blinks forward, but that's too far. But could go for it. Did have coil up, but doesn't want to. And I think that's probably the right call. Lycan was there as well. And might have ended up giving away a little more than you wanted to for that Viper. It was very tanky at this point. Also has a Midas. And that's one thing I didn't mention is the Doom picked up a Midas fairly early on as well. Working towards that Ags. Already has a Blink Dagger as well. So doing very well there. But a lot of very large net worth gap for this Viper. He's 3k ahead of the highest on the Dire. That's the Troll Warlord.
See, my thing about Doom is that he's really good in the mid game, but as you start getting into the late game, he just doesn't deal enough damage. Even when you get him full up, he just becomes like a soak. And with Drow and Troll,
he does have his Ags now though, and if he can I imagine he'll go for probably a Refresher Orb after this. Or at maybe a Shiva's then a Refresher. Oh, top lane. Drow gonna take a lot of damage if the crits are there. and Lycan able to get the kill with the help of Nightmare onto the Drow Ranger. I'd TP out, but not quite enough.
Yeah, the Ag Scepter is really good right now. That's what you need to disable the passives. And for Troll, that's going to be really key.
Hawk gonna throw out the coil, only connects on one. There's a little bit of uncertainty whether to go in or not. Tide does have Ravage, blinks on cooldown though. And it looks like, oh, Doom comes forward, nicely done, gets the Doom on Tide. Troll very low, looking to turn around. Viper gonna be able to finish off the Venge. One more right click, maybe? Oh, there it is, the Poison able to get the kill. And they get the Drow as well. So, or Drow was picked off a little bit earlier, but meanwhile, Lycan, top tower now gone, bottom tower in trouble. Swag getting pushed down by Codex. And Codex doing a good job of executing this split push strategy.
Yes, I mean, it seems like Swag just picked for a too greedy lineup right now, not online early enough. And, you know, El Stupido playing an amazing game, getting that Doom off on the Tide Hunter, completely turned the fight for them.
Yes, it did. It was a very nice positioning from the Doom as well. And then poor Tide. His blink, he must have blinked to get close and then didn't have it on cooldown to initiate. Oh, Viper gonna go very aggressive here on the Troll. Troll taking a lot of damage. He might go down. One more click. There it is. Now Puck's got to be worried. Oh, phase shifts that one. Does have an orb up, but nope, not gonna get sent up. Now ends up in the Roche pit though. His buddy Tide's gonna be there to make sure he gets out all right. And this bottom tier 2 is gonna be in trouble without the Troll and Drow being as weak as she is. I'm not sure if they can go. This Viper is just so tanky.
Yeah, one thing I like from CG is they always seem to have really good team fights into, you know, 10 to 15, 20 minutes.
With the Doom having that Impact Leader's aura, they are all hitting very hard. Especially once Howl is activated. Oh, this tower, look, without any heroes there, it's dropping very quickly. Tide's going to blink forward. Now he's in trouble. Fissure's going to go. No, it's not. Juked out twice. They're going to back off. Now they can just take the tower. Puck going to get stunned up. Doom goes forward, not able to get it off. And now he's stunned up. Not sure if this is enough. The silence, and they're going to have to back off. Lycan has his Necro 3 and instantly pops it up. Do they want to go? I don't see why they don't. And this is just going to be an easy slow siege. Tide goes in, gets a Ravage. Unfortunately, only on the Viper. Viper dropping very low, but still alive. Doesn't get that mech off. Big Echo Slime comes up for the Shaker. Troll still alive. Nightmare dropping low, coiled up. And now maybe they can look to turn it. 2 down for CG. Ned gonna survive? He does, just barely survive that Soul Assumption. Puck kills a Necrobook and almost goes down. On the backside, Venge does drop to the Doom, it looks like, and Visage goes down to the Troll. Tide blinks back out. There's a Wolf there, but it's not gonna matter. He's gonna be alright. Nice defense coming from Swag, even though they lost 2. But Lycan and Dooms do survive, only giving up the supports and the Viper.
Yeah, I mean, CG, they didn't really want to take a 5-man engagement, and that's why, but with Lycan taking out, you know, the top tower, the bottom tower taken out by their, you know, their sort of death ball, they only left the tier 2 tower, so everyone kind of converged on that, and they ended up taking a 5-man team fight, 2 for 3, so, you know, they didn't lose a whole lot, but not something that they really want to keep doing.
Yeah, and it was a decent echo. Unfortunately, he didn't have his Blink Dagger yet. Nightmare, that is. He's very close to it, though. He's 500 away. Oh, Puck gonna go on him. Orb's there. Gonna get out some auto attacks. Doesn't have the coil to commit to it, so he's gonna back off. And the tier 1 has gone down, but that is the only tower that has dropped for the Radiant.
That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold.
Oh, it's the Fissure's there, but now it's going to turn around the other way. The stun, the minus armor doing work. Doom goes down very quickly. Now they might look for the Earthshaker. Coil's there. It's going to connect. Nightmare's into a little bit of trouble. Going to go for the stun. Not going to get it. Billy, though, doesn't have any way out of this. Going to jaunt, but Viper, one more auto attack, brings him down. They end up trading a support for the Doom, and Drow denies the mid tower.
Ultimately, though, it's the Roshan that's the trade.
Yeah. With all the minions coming out, they're able to pick that up. Visage stealth up. Lycan's gonna pop his ulti. Look to go. Troll pops his BKB and just trying to run away now. The minus armor coming out. Lycan, not sure if he can really do a whole lot. That said, it does hurt. Gonna look to push instead, and they can do quite a bit of work. With Doom around with this Lycan, he would hit so hard. Plus, what was that? 75% damage him and his minions with the Feral Impulse, the Vlads, and the Path Leader's Aura. So if they 5-ball push, it's going to be very tough. The only problem is they need their Shaker, who does now have the Blink Dagger.
So here's the thing, they're working on the refresher for Ned. I think a double Ravage would be enough to stop, you know, to allow CG, allow Swag to completely take out CG. CG. Wow. Okay.
I understand. Words are hard some days. Sometimes it's tough. But we'll see. Looks like they're going to continue pushing mid now with the Aegis on Lycan. Probably look to sit a little bit further forward. Does have the Necro Book. And Viper actually going for an item I really like, a halberd. One you don't see too often, but Viper, I mean, he relies more on the Nether Toxin and the slows to bring people down rather than the specifically his base damage or his right click. But they're just going to use the minions to chip away at the tower with the range heroes. Billy goes in, drops the Dream Coil, but no follow-up yet. Tide comes in with a big Ravage, though, connects onto 3. Now they're looking to blow up Nightmare. He gets silenced up, can't get off the Echo Slam. Sheila looking to go back in. Puck dropping fairly low. Troll cleans up the Necrobooks with his BKB on. Now they look to push. Dex in a lot of trouble. Viper's going to do some work, but they're going to back off. Drow Ranger is dead. So we'll see. Puck comes in. Axes come through. They pick off the Visage. Now Puck in a lot of trouble. Doom committing fairly heavily for that. Lycan going to go down, though. That's only the Aegis. Still alive for him. Viper coming back to his side. Tide's going to blink away. Going to back off. And an excellent defense coming out in favor. But, oh, Puck still trying to chase.
Doom really wants the Puck.
Gets him in the end. Puck can only go so far away. Doom almost has the Shiva's Guard now as well. And maybe they look to go Ravage on cooldown. All 3 of their cores are still up. Earthshaker respawning. They could just sit here and look to push this again. There's not a lot they could do. Tide might be in a little bit of trouble. No. No. It was a Kraken Shell animation.
No, I meant,
oh.
I thought he picked it up because I saw he picked up the recipe and then bought the Perseverance. So I think he accidentally bought the recipe.
Oh, misclick.
So that was like, oh, that's, okay.
Yeah. I saw the little bit of an, because Kraken Shell now has an animation, and it's like a green spray off of Tide. And, oh, Viper Strike's going to go into the Drow, 4-step forward onto the Viper. Not going to go. Viper going to mech up, going to be okay. And they can look to go again. They don't have Ravage for another 60 seconds. If they commit everything to this once, oh, they really want that halberd. It's in the base, though. Not going to look to go. The Doom does have his Shivas up. Very tanky there, and can look to go aggressive. They're going to clear through the Street Wave. Spawn the Wolves. No Necro units spawned up yet. Lycan's going to pop his ulti, though. Maybe going to run out there light. Oh, Tide dropping very low. Saved maybe by the Kraken Shell, but now they're forced back. And this is going to be a quick lane of racks. Not a lot you can do against Lycan, especially with the DD rune. The Necro units tearing through. Glyph used. But now Drow looking for the Doom, but hardly doing any damage to him as he is very tanky at the moment. This is going to be a lane of racks. Do they want to look to go greedy? No, they're going to back off for now. Leave the minions there. Maybe rotate top and slow siege it as well. And nice drop coming from Codex. Excuse me, choking on my my words there. Oh! Earthshaker goes in slow. Solo picks off the Drow. He's going to feed his life away, but worth? Maybe?
Yeah, worth. Definitely. I mean, that's the Drow. That's what they need to come back.
Now Ned taking a lot of damage. And Gerald actually going to get turned around on. Doom's fighting up against the Troll. Who's going to win this one? Bash comes out from the Troll. Visage does drop on the backside. Now it's getting a little awkward. Level Death is there. Not going to throw it. He gets bashed up, and he goes down. They feed away 2.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
No, not at all.
So, I mean, they do get that lane of racks. They didn't back off as soon as they really needed to. If they can keep up their aggression, it'll be great. It really came down to, like, they were just waiting to go in. They know they needed to do it before the Ravage. The double Ravage is going to be available before they get the next push, I believe, if he farms. I think he's close to it. I don't actually know how much the recipe costs.
He's 600 away. Oh, yeah. Lycan's going to go on the Troll. He doesn't have a bash or anything like that, but the Fissure's there again. That's the second time they've done that to him. I'm not sure why Lycan popped his 10-second BKB there, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Troll was that far away. I mean, they just need to wait for the double Ravage, and then maybe they can really force a team fight.
Yeah. When's Roshan going to be up? We won't know for a while. I haven't seen any little tickers pop up. Very random when that shows up. At least that's how I feel about it. But we might see them look to push through the mid lane, maybe do some work on the little buildings, if you will, or push the mid lane in and try and chip away at the top tower. Or the bottom one, as Viper and Shaker push that in.
Yeah, CG just want to keep Swag inside their base.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
if they can do that, they can keep their advantage.
they've got him in a chokehold. CG still hold the top 3 net worth slots and are doing a lot of work to this tower. The Howl damage coming out on with the Visage Familiars, decent there. They're cleaning up the creep wave, and Lycan is split pushing top. Tide's there as well, but both towers dropping fairly quickly. Viper not terrible at pushing either. Nether Toxin does affect buildings, so a little bit of extra damage there. Tide getting all his mana burnt off by these Necro minions, and he's just trying to keep that pushed out top, but he can't be there to commit to a fight bottom.
Yeah, that was huge, actually. I mean, Lycan just stopped the Tide from being able to initiate on them, and they're...
Doom with the aggressive blink forward gets it off on the Troll, and now doing a lot of work. The Tide's blink on cooldown, can't get Ravage off. He does have a refresher. They're gonna lose their tier 3 in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Lycan chewing away there. Big Ravage comes out, connects on 3 refresher. He doesn't have the mana for it though. Unfortunately, he's gonna be going down. Airshaker does drop, but he had a beautiful Ravage, and Lycan taking the top tower, almost getting the range racks. But now it's this bottom racks that's being taken down by the Visage and the Viper, and the Rat is real. Swag, they're struggling to try and keep everything in tow. And they lose their range racks bottom. Viper might look to go. Troll back up, looking to bring down She, and it's going to be enough. Visage the lone survivor so far, but they've gotten both tier 3s and a range racks, and there's not a lot they can do. Oh, Troll might go down again. The Visage birds are there. They don't do a whole lot of damage, and they don't have a stomp for a moment. He's able to get them away though, and that's tough. This top rack's only 313 health left.
Yeah, I mean, the Tide Hunter, he's just kind of focusing on the Lycan, trying to keep him off the base, which he needed to do, but he wasted a ton of mana doing it. He went into the base, and he's like, all right, I'm going to hope I can get enough to do my double Ravage. He actually popped the Clarity while he was walking away and smoking, hoping that he would get just enough to be able to do it, but in the end, Refresher Ravage was just too much mana for him.
And so then he popped the Refresher and unfortunately died, so he won't. He does have 1 Ravage up now, and the Roshan could spawn any second. I haven't seen when it's going to go yet, so I'm going to wait here for a moment and just kind of watch. But it should be up fairly soon. And, oh man, that is an instant spawn on the Roshan. He's going to be up in 3, or 4, I guess you can see on the side there, 4, 2, 3, 1, boom.
4, 2, 3, 1?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not...
Words.
It's alright. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Swag can really... I mean, they're just going to have to take a huge team fight and win right now.
It's looking pretty grim for them. If the Dire can set up again like they did before, they don't have the towers, they'll have to commit on to either the solo Lycan or the team. Oh, Doom pops out the Shiva's Guard, gets the Doom off on the puck. Now looking to finish him off. Billy taking a lot of damage, does go down. That's a gem on the deck. Doesn't look like they're too worried about it. And they're going to ping it out. Doom might turn around. Troll's going to pop his ulti. Now it's the Drow Ranger. Going to get his... the Venge. Going to stun up the Doom. Drow Ranger now trying to TP away. It was actually the Venge trying to TP out. Going to get cleaned up. The Enchant Totem's there. Cleans it up. Visage grabbing that kill. And now Lycan moves into the base, or into the Roshan, looking for that Aegis and Cheese that's coming out for him.
Yeah, I think the Dire side, they kind of scattered around the Roche pit. They didn't, Tide went north, Puck went south, and I don't know if they really communicated what exactly they wanted to do with that Roshan.
Yeah, oh, in the mid lane, Doom goes in, doesn't quite finish off the Drow. Very close though. Gus comes out, and oh, the Scorched Earth gets the kill. Now with the Drow dead, the Puck and Venge still on the sidelines, it should be easy. They're not even gonna... I don't even think they need to go for the racks. They can just go for the tier 4s. Tide, double Ravage without any follow-up. I mean, can do a lot of damage, but there's a lot of BKBs now. Lycan still got a 9-second one if he wants to use it, and I believe Viper's got one. Nope, he picked up a heart, so very tough to deal with. Lycan just gonna go for this base.
I mean, he can't do it though. There's no creeps. Finally, the creeps have shown up, and I think they can start hitting it right now.
He gets bashed up. Actually going to turn his minions onto the Troll. It brings... Troll man fighting him pretty strong. But now they're going to go back in. Lycan actually slowed up. Might be in a little bit of trouble. Viper getting gone on by the Tide. Gush, Dream Coil is there. They're looking to finish off the racks. Ravage one blown. He refreshes. He's got another one. He's going to use it. But so far, just still no follow-up yet. Viper's got the cheese. He's going to eat it. And he's going to get bashed up and brought down. They end up having enough. They don't bring down that melee Rax. Lycan, meanwhile, though, should finish up that top one in moments. Yeah, it's going to be down very quickly. Troll's going to go in. Lycan going to end up dying for this. Slowed up. Jeez, that S and Y slow doing a lot of work combined. His Aegis pop. Doom comes out. Unfortunately, it's blocked by the Lincoln Sphere. And now they'd like to go Doom. Might be giving up a life here, but they've got 2 lanes of racks and are losing their bottom one. There's a lone wolf chipping away at it. So we'll see. Lycan actually going to pop his ulti and go for the Mega Creeps. And that's going to be them. Even if he dies now, I think it's alright. Puck taking a lot of damage from those ranged creeps. Not doing too great. Puck, what's wrong with Lycan?
He just doesn't care at this point.
Feels like Mega's GG boys, but no game called yet. And Swag, they're gonna have one push down the mid lane to go for it while they have all these safety structures and the tier 4 still up. They have to go now and somehow win a fight through a tier 2, the tier 3, tier 4s, and the Ancient. It's not looking great. Troll is already in the top, pushing out the top lane though. He's gonna pop his battle trance and start doing work. Glyph gonna get forwarded out, but these Mega Creeps, they're gonna be pretty tough for him to deal with. Especially with Visage there harassing him. Viper's gonna throw out the Viper Strike. Tide in the area, doesn't have any Ravages. Maybe they like to turn it. Troll going in, gonna get the slow. Disarmed though. Now can't do anything. Gonna BKB, purges the disarm. Now looks to turn it. Slow and silence, just missing. But Viper Strike again, blocked by the Lincolns. Now it's Viper in a little bit of trouble here. We might have to wait and see. Oh, Earthshaker goes in, gets a kill on the Drow. Now Troll looking to turn it around. Coil snaps on the Nightmare. Visage does go down. Maybe Swag can look to do this. Troll dropping very low. Buyback on the Earthshaker. Lycan's going to be spawning in 10 seconds. Oh, Earthshaker comes out with the fissure. Lycan's there as well. Doom is up. Ned gonna get defensively swamped. No Ravage for 20 seconds, and he's gonna go down. Doom comes out onto the puck. He's gonna drop. Drax trying to do what he can. Earthshaker gonna go down. Troll's TPing in though. He wants to go. Gonna get stunned up. Now it doesn't look like they want to commit to this. Earthshaker forced after the high ground. Doom kind of caught out. Gonna get bashed up, and even with the help of the Male Creeps, oh, they're able to turn it around. Troll going ham here. And one more level death and a swipe from Doom. They bring him down. And that's going to be GG. That was their final effort as Lycan taking out the tier 4s. And good game, well played from Swag. But in the end, Codex, they take it off the back of a excellent push strat. Well executed by them. And nicely done.
Yeah, I mean, keeping down the Drow there was pretty critical to their success. Having her at the bottom of the net worth chart made sure that the carry from the side of Swag was just never going to happen.
Yeah, they didn't have the follow-up for there. They went for what I thought was a pretty decent draft. Codex, they had a very strange draft, I thought, but they made it work, and they worked it very well together. Visage, obviously not the powerhouse that he was in the game before, but did a good job nonetheless. Any other final thoughts on this series before we take a break before the next one?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a lot of brawling. That's what they. That's what the people want to see.
Give the people what they want, so that's what we'll see. But if you guys are interested, you can follow myself on Twitter and Twitch at WolfDota, and feel free to follow the Dota 2 Canada Cup as well as pick up a ticket. Love, where can they follow you?
It is at loveisdead_Dota. Someone took my full name, but you can find me on there.
And with that, don't forget to follow our stats guy looking east. He is alive still, as well as a thanks to the sponsors, G2A.com, Steel Series, Xfire, Twitch, and High Ground TV. Enjoy the music, and the next game is going to be starting in about 20 minutes.